Psychology tells us something most people never hear. Individuals who live without friends are often deeply misunderstood. They are not broken. They are not antisocial. They are not failures at life. In many cases, they are simply wired differently. Their minds operate on a frequency that makes typical social life feel draining, artificial, or unnecessary. While the world praises popularity and constant connection, psychology reveals that solitude is not always a flaw. It can be a sign of awareness, independence, and depth. If you've gone long periods of your life without close friendships, there are real psychological reasons behind it, and most of them have nothing to do with weakness. The first reason is simple but powerful. You have zero tolerance for fake people. People with few or no friends often detect inauthenticity instantly. You notice when someone is wearing a social mask, when they are performing rather than being real, when their smiles don't match their intentions. Psychology shows that as self-awareness increases, tolerance for fake behavior decreases dramatically. You're not impressed by charm, status, or surface-level friendliness. You sense hidden motives, manipulation, and dishonesty without needing proof. Most social environments thrive on small lies, exaggerated personalities, gossip, and subtle power games. Many people adapt to this without even realizing it. But you can't. Your brain reacts to these dynamics as mental noise. You would rather be alone in silence than surrounded by people who don't mean what they say. So, you step away not because you hate people, but because you refuse to pretend. You protect your peace, and that choice often gets mislabeled as isolation. The second reason is that you value depth over quantity in every relationship. People who live without friends are rarely avoiding connection. They are avoiding shallow connection. Research shows that deep thinkers prefer fewer relationships with greater meaning, rather than many weak ones. You don't enjoy small talk because it feels empty. Conversations about weather, trends, or gossip don't stimulate your mind. When people talk just to fill silence, you mentally check out. You want conversations that matter. You want to explore ideas, emotions, motivations, and meaning. You want to understand how people think, why they act the way they do, what drives human behavior beneath the surface. But those kinds of conversations are rare, and most people aren't interested in going that deep. So, instead of forcing yourself to fit into conversations that leave you feeling unseen, you choose solitude. You wait. You observe. You'd rather have no friends than friendships that feel hollow. To others, that looks lonely. To you, it feels honest. The third reason is neurological. Your brain needs more recovery time after social interaction. Some people have nervous systems that are naturally more sensitive. Psychology refers to this as high social sensitivity. It means your brain processes more information during social situations. You don't just hear words, you notice tone shifts, facial expressions, emotional undercurrents, inconsistencies. You analyze interactions on multiple levels at once. While extroverts gain energy from being around others, social interaction costs you energy. Every conversation drains mental resources. Every group setting overloads your senses. After spending time with people, your brain doesn't want more stimulation, it demands rest. This doesn't mean you dislike people. It means your mind burns fuel faster in social environments. You require solitude the way others require company. Time alone. Isn't loneliness for you its recovery? The world rewards constant engagement, but your biology demands balance. The fourth reason is that you don't rely on external validation. Many people with few or no friends have something rare: low social dependency. Research shows that individuals with low social dependency don't need constant approval to feel secure. They don't need attention, applause, or reassurance to know who they are. You can sit alone with your thoughts without feeling empty. You entertain yourself. You analyze your own ideas. You solve your own problems. You build an internal world that feels rich and complete. Because of this, you're not desperate for company. You don't chase friendships just to avoid being alone. You don't lower your standards to fit in to people who rely on social validation. This can look cold or distant, but in reality, it's emotional independence. You don't collect people to feel valuable. You choose connection only when it adds something meaningful to your life, and because of that, your standards for friendship are high, very high. The fifth reason lies in your past. People with no friends often share one hidden experience. Something taught them to be cautious. It could be betrayal, childhood neglect, repeated disappointment, being surrounded by people who misunderstood or used them. Psychology shows that once trust is broken, the brain adapts. It doesn't become weak, it becomes selective. Longer give access easily. You observe longer. You test consistency. You watch how people treat others before trusting how they'll treat you. This creates what psychologists call a higher trust threshold. Most people don't reach it. You're not paranoid. You're experienced. Your mind learned that protecting your inner world matters more than pleasing others. So you walk slower into relationships. And if someone can't meet you where you are, you walk alone. Here's the truth most people miss. Having few or no friends doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It means something is different about you. Your mind operates with greater awareness. Your emotions are more finely tuned. Your standards are higher. Your intuition is sharper. Your inner world is richer. Sometimes, the people with the strongest minds walk alone not because they're lost, but because they refuse to follow noise. Solitude becomes a chapter, not a sentence, a phase of growth, not a sign of failure. If this video felt like it was describing you, it's because psychology sees what society ignores. And if you want more videos that explain your personality in ways school never taught you, subscribe now. The next one might uncover something about yourself you've always felt but never had words for.